This is your lower body bar workout. All you need is a mat or some kind of soft surface. If you are on hard floor, make sure you have a mat and then something to hold on to. Let's get started, okay? Where are we bringing your hands? Can you guess? If you've been doing the workouts up until now, hands come to the rib cage, feet go underneath the hips. Stand up nice and tall. Little bend in the knees. Start to breathe. So as you inhale, it's a big breath in and it's a long breath out. Do that 2 more times. Try to relax your face. Good, 1 more time, wherever you're at. Bring those arms down by your side, start to circle out through your shoulders. Pick a direction, go for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Now switch directions if you can, go for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Pick one leg to go out in front of you. We're not pulling the core in just yet. Circle out through that ankle, go for 4. The leg could be hovered for 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Other foot, bring the foot out. The foot can touch the floor. You can hover, circle it out. Go for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to pull in. So feet go underneath the hips, hands come to the hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale, draw those hip bones together. Core zips up, rib cage goes down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw those hip bones together. Nothing changes in your spine or your knees, your face or your feet. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, pull in. Now start to lift the knees, one after the other. So just alternating. Stand up nice and tall. Good, maybe add opposite arm to leg, really reach it out, reach it out. Good, don't forget to breathe. Awesome job, we go for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Take your right hand to your support. I want you to bring your left leg up, knee is in line with the hip. Pull the core in tight. Start to circle out through that leg. Go for 4. Pick a direction. 3, smooth it out. Good, now switch directions for 4. 3, slow it down. Start to squeeze that outer seat. Good, whenever you're done, finish out. Send that leg out long. Pull the toes back. Squeeze through the quads. Take tiny pulses up. Lift up. Good, press it up. Press it up. 4, 3, 2, point and flex to that foot. It's point and flex. Point and flex. Sit up nice and tall. Good. 2 more times. Good, 1 more. Now I want you to tap those toes down to the floor. Send the leg out to the side. Squeeze the glutes. Tap a couple inches back. Hover the toes. Touch down to the floor. Press up. Touch down to the floor. Press up. So it's no movement through the spine. Keep it very small. You're at that 45-degree angle. So it's not directly behind your body. And it's not directly out to the side. You're at that diagonal. Give me 2 more wherever you're at. 1 more now. Pulse it up. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch sides on 1. This is our warm-up. Okay, left hand goes to the bar, outside leg, hip circles, go for 4. Take your time. Keep those hip bones facing forward. Now, switch directions, no rush. Good, when you're ready, send that leg out long. You can point or flex the foot, tiny pulses up. Lift up, good. Press it up, not just the hip flexors working, it's the quads. Keep that leg long. It's 4, 3, 2. I like to tap the leg, and it's point and flex. That's going to activate those muscles that brings your brain right to that area. It's called mechanoreceptor stimulation. So it's just an option. You can tap right above the knee. Give me 1 more. Now tap the toes down. Send the leg out to the side. This time you could tap outer seat, hip, outer thigh. Send the leg back behind you, glute max, hover the toes. At that 45, we touch down, press up, no movement through your spine, and lift. Down, press up, little bend in the standing knee, 2 more. 1 more, hold the leg up, pulse it up for 8, up 7, up 6, up 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You shake it out. Good work. All right. Now we're going into straight leg lifts. We're starting with the left leg. So I want you to hold on to a support with your right hand. Send that left leg out in front of you. Now, same thing we just did for a warm-up. Take more of a break if you need. Shake it out. Grab some water while we're setting this up. I want you to squeeze your quads. So you're not just sending the leg out in front and kind of sinking down and dumping everything into your hip. I'm going to actively extend that leg long from your hip. Squeeze the quads. Now, hover those toes, and we're lifting up an inch, lower down. You can tap the floor at the bottom, or you can hover. It's just up an inch and down. Good. Lift an inch, lower an inch. Again, you could tap the floor and then lift. Maybe you hover those toes right above the mat. Now, it's not a super big range of motion. You do not have to go high. You could stay very, very close to that floor. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down. It's 2. It's 1. Now give me tiny pulses up. Lift and lift. Good. Press it up. Press it up. No movement through your spine. Think about just that leg moves. We're also not trying to sink into the standing leg. Keep your eyes forward. Head stays in line with the spine. Press and lift. Press and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. Parallel. Feet go underneath the hips. Toes point forward. Try to ground through the entire foot. If you're wearing shoes, you might keep your heels down. Make sure they're flexible shoes. Try barefoot if that's available for you. Maybe spread the toes. And then maybe keep the heels down and bend and press. Or lift your heels up and then bend your knees. Slowly slide it down an imaginary wall. So the knees are going forward as you bend them. So we're not hinging over to get low. You're keeping that spine still like you're wearing a back brace. Find that low point and you move down an inch. Press up. That's the first thing that pops in my head is a back brace. And I think it's because I'm an orthopedic nurse. So that's just where my brain goes. But you can imagine whatever you want. That whatever you need to imagine to keep that spine nice and straight. So your neutral spine. You're not tucking your hips under and you're not severely arching that lower back. It's down an inch. Press up. Down an inch. Press up. So it's down, hold, up, hold. Down, hold, up, hold. We're going to change the accent just a little bit. Same movement, same range of motion. It's just a little bit different. In 4, 3, 2. Now pause it midway. Now we move up an inch and down. Press up, hold, and down. Up, hold, and down. Good. Lift and lower. Eyes stay forward. Core is tight. It's up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down. It's 4 and 3. Very little differences. And 1. Now find your low point. Bend those knees, slide it down, and we pulse it down and down. Good. Press and press. Keep that core nice and tight. Stay up high if you need. Oh, we go for 4, 3, 2. Now pulse it up. We go up 8, 2 sets, 7, 6. Knees point forward. Good. Last set. We go 8, up 7, up 6, up 5. More weight in the big and second toe. 2 and 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. I hope you're burning too. Send your right leg out in front. Toes touch down. Squeeze the quads. Hover those toes. And we move. Up, hold, lower down. Press up, hold, lower down. We've got 30 seconds here. But don't watch the clock. I don't want you to think about rushing this. I mean, you can. When you think about it, going by time is better than going by reps because you're not rushing through a certain number of reps. But don't think about the time. I want you to think about the engagement through the quads, through the core. You have a little bend in that standing knee. And you could have flipped it around to the other side. I'm just staying here for the purpose of seeing my time. You got 4, 3. I need to keep my eyes on the clock. Pause it here low. Toes can be just right above that mat. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. 30 seconds. Good. Little presses. Little presses. Nice and controlled. Good. You are doing such a great job. Now think about shoulders facing forward, hips facing forward, shoulders stay in line with the rib cage over hips, hips over heels. Good job. It's 4, up 3, up 2, back to parallel on 1. Shake it out. Feet go underneath the hips. Toes point forward. Press the heels up. More weight to the big and second toe. Squeeze your calves. You'll have a lot of work through the calves. And then as you start to bend the knees, a lot of that work in the calf goes from the gastrocnemius to your soleus. So an excellent way to target that, but we're not lowering and lifting the heels. We're holding, and you're just bending and pressing through the knees. So you go down an inch, press up, down, hold, up, hold. It's down. We're going to change it up this round. So it's not going to be exactly the same. Good. It's going to start off looking the same. Maybe spread those toes. Good. We're about to change it up in 4, 3, 2. Pause it at that midway point right here. Now it's up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down. Up, hold, lower, hold. Up, hold, lower, hold. You're doing such a good job. Those knees are going back and forward, but try not to hinge over at the hips. It's 2. It's 1. Now here's where we change it up. Slide it down, bend those knees, and we go up for 2. Squeeze the quads, down for 2. Keep those heels high. This is your test. Keep those heels high. Don't let them move. It's not a heel lower and lift. It's a knee bend and a knee press. Nothing else is changing in your spine. Core is tight. Good. Relax your face. Awesome job. Good. Let's do one more. Down and down. Press and lift. Find that low point. Slide it low and pulse it down for 8. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pulse it up. We go up 8, up 7, 6. Yes, you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those heels down. Shake it out. We've got glutes, lunges for the glutes. Grab some water. Transition. Left leg goes forward, or right leg goes back. You're up nice and tall. Now we're going to bend the knees. The back foot can come a little bit closer. Hinge over, send the tailbone back, the chest stays lifted. And I want you to move down and down, press up and up. So you're never fully coming up to straight. Press and lift. Now if this does not feel good for your back, I want you to stay up higher. You can hold on out in front of you. Good, and it's down and down. Press and lift, core is tight, down and down. Now think about the front foot. Don't think about your back foot. Anchor through that front foot. More weight in the big toe ball of the foot, little toe ball of the foot, and the heel. But of all 3 of those places, you're grounding through all 3 of those places. I want you to place a little bit of extra weight through your heel. So really connect. Send the hips back so that front knee does not pass over the ankle. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now find your low point, slide it down and you pulse it down and press, press, and press. Good. Keep your pace if you need to slow this down. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it all the way up on 1. Send the right leg back behind you a little bit more. Straighten it out. Lift those toes up. Hinge it down. Find your low point. Seesaw. Up for 2. We press and lift. Lower and lower. Good. Now keep your pace. Think about, again, a little bit more weight through the front heel, but anchoring through those 3 points of the foot. You are not moving through your spine to get low here. Good. Hamstrings. You're going to feel the hamstrings light up. You're going to feel the glutes. Try to keep those hip bones, both hip bones facing forward the entire time. Good. It's down and down. And press and lift. You can stay up high the entire time if you need. You do not have to get low. Good. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide it down to your low point. Even out those hips. So across the hips. As even as you can. The back leg moves up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down. Good. Squeeze, lift and lower, press, lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, pulse it up. We go 2 sets, 8, 7, 6, 5. Core is tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. We switch sides. Right leg goes forward. Left leg goes back. Now again, it could just tap behind you. It does not have to be far back. Bend the knees, hinge it over. Find that low point, send the hips back, and you move down a few inches, press and lift. Down a few inches and lift. You could think down for 2 and up for 2, but we're just keeping it small. Now you have to send the hip back. You have to send it back. I'm going to show you this maybe a little bit closer. So the front knee, I don't want it to go past the ankle. So I'm sending the tailbone back. That right hip bone is coming towards the right thigh as you come down. It's slightly releasing on the way up, not fully, because we're not coming all the way up to standing, right? Good, keep moving. You could think just down an inch and up, or down a few inches, up a few inches. Could be down for 2 and press and lift. If it's any different on this side, do what you can for this leg. 10, 9, 8, 7. Go for 4, 3, 2. Find that low point and pulse it down and press. Good. Keep that core nice and tight. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and pulse it up. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. My son was distracting me for a moment, so I'm pretty sure we did 8 ups on the other side, but if not, it is okay. It's such a small difference. It is all right. All right, send your right leg forward. Left leg goes back. This time the left leg is back behind you straight. Lift those back toes up. Bend through that front knee. Slide it down. We are not perfect over here, all right? Find that low point, and we press up and up and down and down. I think God is challenging me because I've got children, and so it's really challenging when my brain gets distracted just for a moment. I'm like, okay, where are we? Where were we? What are we doing? Where am I? So thankfully I don't have that distraction when I'm in the studio, but when I'm here with you, this is real life, okay? I'm showing up real life with you, all right? So we are not pretending over here. We are not about that. Good, you're keeping that core nice and tight. This is our long interval here with this full range seesaw. And then we're gonna move through that back leg. Now again, try to keep the front knee from going over the ankle. That forces you to have to send the hips back, placing more weight through that front heel, but you're still anchoring with those 3 points of the foot. You're not tilting the foot. We've got 4, 3, 2. Find your low point on 1. Back leg moves up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down, nice and controlled. Good. Lift an inch and lower. You could be up high. Lift an inch, lower it down. Nice and controlled. No momentum. It's 4, 3, 2. Pulse it up. We go up 8, up 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Second set. Up 8, up 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand it up. Shake it out. We go back into those quads one more time. This time, wide second. Step the legs out. Toes point out. You're not in a full ballerina turnout. Your knees are in line with your feet. Start to slide it down. Make any little adjustments that you need. Tailbone goes straight down. Zip up those hip bones. Zip up the core. Rib cage goes down. Find that low point. Pause. You make any little adjustments that you need with those heels, with those feet. They could be closer in. We need to move down and down and up. Don't come all the way up. It's similar to that lunge we just did for the glutes, where you're keeping a bend the entire time. This time we're right back into the quads and inner thighs. More inner thigh focus with this one. I really want you to think about pressing the heels down and almost like, keep moving, almost like you're squeezing the heels in towards each other when you rise. Now it could be as you lower as well, but really think about that ground reaction force. So it's like you're pressing the floor down and in. So if I were to take the mat away, your heels would slide inwards because they're trying to move towards each other. Good. Ooh, that's cool, buddy. If you've got little ones, have them join you. Have them see you move your body and take care of your body. Maybe you're doing this before they're up. Maybe you're doing this when they're in bed. Maybe your little ones are out of the nest or you don't have any yet. Wherever you are at in your life, make this work for you. Good. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hands can come to heart center. Slide it down to your low point. Squeeze those heels in towards each other. Slide it down. Good. Pulse it down and down. Press and press. Keep that core nice and tight. You've got 30 seconds. A little less than 30 seconds now. Good. Shoulders face forward. Hip bones draw together. Tailbone goes straight down. Straight down. Watch those knees. Make sure they don't move out of alignment with those feet. Arms could reach out in front. That's just an option. Hands could be to the hips. It's 4, 3, 2. Now we pulse it up 30 seconds. Up for, I almost said 8. My brain wants it to be 8. But no, we've got 30 seconds. Good. 20 seconds left. You can do this. Tiny pulses up. Now stay up high if you need to, but if you can, challenge yourself, be low. Up, hold, up, hold. It's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come all the way up. I hope you are on fire. I am on fire. We are coming down to the mat. We're going to finish off this work. Grab some water. Take it down. Fold over on the mat. The left leg is going to be behind you. If you need to modify, I'm going to show you this. You're going to bend your knees, holding on with one hand to the wall. Bend your knees, send the hips back. You're going to send your left leg behind you and lift that leg up, and you're going to move up a few inches, down a few inches, staying here standing. If you need, or if you can, come down to the mat. Hands can be slightly in front of the shoulders. Separate your fingers like you're making starfish hands. You could be down onto the forearms if you need. Now, send your left leg back behind you. You're not coming up as high as your hip. Even out your hips. Pull the core in. Lift that leg up in line with the hip or slightly lower. You move down a few inches and press. Down a few inches and lift. Down. Press up. Down. Press up. Trying to see my time. Now, the core wants to let go, especially when we're in this tabletop position on the mat. You can think about staring out in front of you a little bit more, or to make it easier to engage to the core, you can stare straight down, maybe on the mat right in front of you, but you're activating the entire back body as well. Here on the mat, it's down a few inches and press. Down a few inches and press. Good. It's 4 and 3 and 2. Now pulse it up. 30 seconds to lift and lift. Good. Press it up. Press it up. Press through the entire hands. Try not to sink into your right side with that left leg lifted. Try not to sink into your right side. If you need to, put a little bit more weight through that left hand. You could be down on the forearms. It's going to look like your leg is past the hip, but it's not actually. So it's not passing your hip. We're not diving everything into that low back. Keep moving. Good. Breathe. It's 5. Up 4. Up 3. Up 2. You're bending that leg in half on 1. You can point or flex the foot up an inch down. Press up, lower down. Press up, lower down. Now make sure that bottom knee is right below the hip. Good. Press up an inch, lower down. Press up an inch, lower down. Good. Don't let that core go. You're doing such a great job. Press and lift and lower, working those glutes and those hamstrings. We love it, don't we? We're telling ourselves that. We're a little delirious right now. We go 4, 3, 2. Last bit of work. You can point or flex the foot to pulse it up. Pulse it up. Press and lift. Good. Shoulder blades are apart. Try not to dome through that upper back though. Press the floor away. Don't sink into your upper body. Good. As the body gets tired, it's going to want to compensate and sink down wherever it can. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little reset. Knees can go wide. Sit it back to child's pose. The closer your knees are, the more you're going to feel those glutes. Breathe. Good. Release the back. We switch sides. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Okay, come back forward. Send your right leg back behind. Now, just like we talked about on the other side, make sure your supporting knee, this time it's your left knee, is underneath your hip. It's not out in front or back behind the hip. So it's underneath that hip. Lift that right leg up, squeeze so the glutes will move down a few inches and press. It's down a few inches and press. Down and lift. Keep it small if you need to. Maybe I would barely see you move. If I were with you in person, maybe I'd barely see you move. Good. Press down through those hands. Nice and controlled. It's down a few inches and press. Down a few inches and press. Keep that core nice and tight. Hip bones draw together. It's 4 and 3 and 2. Now hold it up on 1. Pulse it up and lift. 30 seconds. Press and lift. Press and lift. Good. Try not to sink into the left side this time. Put a little bit more weight over to that right side. Try to even it out. No movement through that spine. Leg stays below the hip or hip level. Good. You're strong through that upper body. Whoever said barre was not effective? Whoever said that? It is so effective. We go 4 and 3 and 2. Bend that leg in half on 1. Point or flex the foot, and we press up a few inches, lower down. I think the most important thing is finding something that you love and staying consistent with it. It does not have to be a certain kind of workout. The best workout is the one that you stay consistent with. And maybe it's a variety of things. Maybe you're following a program that's got a variety of workouts. That's great. Maybe it's a certain format like yoga, Pilates, barre, whatever it is. Find what you can stay consistent with, what you enjoy, and it might change over time. Good. Finish it out in tiny pulses. Lift and lift. We're almost done. You're almost to that finish line. You did the hardest part at the beginning of this class when you pressed play. That is the hardest part. Good. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7. Keep that core nice and tight. It's 4, up 3, up 2, and you're down on 1. Send those knees wide, sit the hips back, reach those arms out. Such amazing work. I'm so proud of you. You did it. Good. Come all the way up and then lay on your back. Lay on your back, no rush. Knees come up into a tabletop position. We're going to alternate shin lifts here. So let's lay all the way back. Bring those knees up. One shin goes up, one goes down, and we switch. You all right? Okay, hold on. Now pause those legs somewhere in between. I want you to point and flex through those feet. Can you help him? Good. Now pick a direction, ankle circles. Maybe spreading those toes. Switch directions. Stay tuned in here. Don't let your mind wander just because the workout part is done. I want you to stay present. Good. Bend both legs in half, circle out through your hips. Pick a direction. Go for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Send your left leg down. Flex the foot of your right leg. Keep that shin down. You can grab the thigh if you want, and you're going to lift the leg up and up, flexing the foot down and down. Option to come up with a flex and then relax the foot on the way down. Up with a flex and relax. Or you could do the opposite, up with a relaxed foot and then flex on the way down. Maybe you're flexing that foot the entire time. Either way, I want you to start to slow it down and try to straighten out that leg as much as you can at the top. This is a nerve floss stretching into the sciatic nerve, mobilizing it. It does not like to hold a stretch. So when you flex that foot, you are really working in that sciatic nerve. It's not just a hamstring and calf stretch here. If you're moving, give me one more. Bring it all the way down, switch sides. Bring the left leg up, flex the foot at the bottom, shin is close to you, and you're lifting up and up. Ooh, and down and down. Maybe relax the foot on the way up and flex on the way down. Maybe the opposite. Find what works for you. This leg might be different. It has a different story. So it's not going to be identical to your other leg, and that is okay. Repeat after me. That is okay. Do what you can. Really start to slow it down. We're doing 2 more. Last one. We're going to end with a quad stretch on the mat, but before we do, I want you to pull your knees in towards your chest. Stay here just a moment. Let the hip flexors go. Breathe. Working the quads feels like forever ago, doesn't it? But you did work your quads a lot, and we need to let your hips relax for a moment. Hip flexors. Got a big workout. One more big breath in. And exhale. Pick a direction to roll off to. Use your top hand to press the floor away. Come up, find a seat. Bring one knee out in front of the hip, and then bring that other leg back behind you. Quad stretch here on the mat. It's going to look like we're setting up for pretzel. I want you to rock forward and back until you find that stretch in the back leg. So you're going to feel hip flexors, you're going to feel quads. And when you rock forward, that's when you really start to feel those quads. But maybe that doesn't feel good. Maybe you stay rocked back. Try to tuck those hips under. Breathe. You can do this standing instead. The leg can be behind you. You can tuck the hips. You can grab the shin or the foot in a standing position. Let's switch sides. So bring the other knee out in front. Knees in line with the hips, and the other leg back behind you. You can rock forward and back. Just an option. Turn so you can see a little bit of a different angle. And again, it might be different on this side. Maybe you need to come to standing for this side. Maybe this side likes to be on the mat. Try to tuck those hips under. Good. And then wherever you're at, take your time, release, cross those legs, or send the legs out in front of you. Excellent job. You did it. Hope you enjoyed your lower body bar session, and I will see you soon.